Hey everyone, this is Hungry Monster. Korean barbecue is really the staple of Korean cuisine, with some of the best quality beef in the world, grilled over a variety of style, such as the gas grill, over charcoal, or on the iron skillet, served with super savory side dish, and paired with some of the most umami dish, like the cold noodle naengmyeon, the beef broth, or kimchi fried rice. I'm gonna show you my top 3 Korean barbecue restaurants in Seoul, Korea, and I know you're not gonna regret watching this. Please stay tuned until the end and don't forget to subscribe. My first stop is a really classic restaurant in the now hip Ulchiro district of Seoul called Lae Ok. They have been open since 1946 and specialize in actually these North Korean style naengmyeon called Pyongyang naengmyeon, Pyongyang being the North Korea's capital. Just a quick history where around the time of the Korean War, a lot of the people from the north came down to the south, and that's how there's this nostalgia for North Korean food, even within South Korea. They're also an amazing Korean beef barbecue restaurant. We started off with the ribeye with an amazing degree of marbling. This is 62,000 won per order, which will feed one person usually, and that's about $50. So we ordered 2 of these, and I'll show you what else we ordered later. They do require that for every part you order at least 2 shares. And I recommend that you do this in any way for any beef parts so that you get some solid cuts, not, leftover cuts. They do use gas grill, which admittedly tastes different from using charcoal, which I think is one of the attractive points of KBBQ. But the heat strength is pretty strong, so there's no concern with the grilling of the beef. I like to eat this at a medium or medium rare, and you can very easily see that because the meat is cut into pieces so you can see the inside and how much juice there is. They have amazing side dish like the pickled radish, kimchi, and veggies in a soy sauce with mustard, and of course your sides like peppers and lettuce if you want to make it into a wrap. Next, we got the bulgogi, which I'm sure you already know is marinated beef. Usually, it's made with either chuck or shank, usually your non fatty parts, but they do a really good job with the marination with some soy sauce. I'm pretty sure there's some garlic, ginger, and of course, some sugar. Usually, a lot of these places replace the sweetness from the sugar with some ground fruit as well, like pears. Sometimes bulgogi can be too sweet, but this place does a really good job making it moderate amount of sweetness. What you can also order is this side dish of naengmyeon noodles, which are made with a buckwheat, which is essentially like soba but much chewier. So they'll pour some beef broth around the grill, and you can kind of enjoy the noodle and the broth and the juice from the bulgogi all mixed together. And this is a really popular way of enjoying bulgogi here, so I strongly recommend. These kinds of classic KBBQ restaurants have a lot of highly trained and experienced servers. They're typically really good at grilling your meat, kind of flipping and the cutting and ensuring that we eat, before it's overcooked. So if you're there for the first time or at a Korean barbecue restaurant for the first time, I would rely on them. After the meat, you can finish off your meal with either a bowl of cold noodle called naengmyeon or a bowl like this, which is called the yukgaejang. This broth is boiled over a long period of time with, I think, flank veggies like scallions, a mushroom with some clear noodle and egg. And the soup has a nice savory, spicy chili oil. So it's a little stimulating, but really nice broth, a lot of veggies and meat, and it's one of their most popular delicacies. So even though this makes me super full, I love to get this. This is their Pyongyang Naengmyeon, the cold noodle that I got on another day. They're really well known for the soft noodle and the soup that's purely based with beef. And this restaurant has honestly become a whole hotspot just because of this dish for even the young people. So definitely might be worth trying this as well. In summary, this place is really classic, well known to almost every Korean. If you want to try something very classic and traditional and not necessarily trendy, I strongly recommend this place. The next stop is called Moo Deung San. I know it's hard to pronounce, in the Cheongdam area of Seoul. The name comes from a mountain in the Jeolla province of Korea, which is the southwest area. A really culturally rich region known for their really savory side dish and amazing beef. So they get their meat every day from that area, so you can taste really the freshest Korean beef here. I would say the meat quality itself is even better here than our previous spot of Ureo. This place is well known for all cuts of the beef and mostly unmarinated. My favorite is the outskirts steak, which is close to the diaphragm, which makes the meat have a unique smell, unlike, for example, the ribeye. And it's a very small portion of the cow, and so it's on the pricier side at 84,000 won, which at the current currency converts to about $60 per share. They serve the highest grade Korean beef, and every time I come here, I am never disappointed. The beef is just so clean, does not smell at all. It's so soft and with perfect amount of fat, and grilled on top of well prepared charcoal, so an extra level of savory scent. I also love their side dish, like their super fermented kimchi, the scallion kimchi, the Korean salad, all sorts of pickled veggies, all a testament to the richness of the Jeolla province cuisine. For example, this is the ox blood soup. The solid part of the blood is boiled and gelatinized and creates a really interesting texture. This is the doenjangjjigae, which is the fermented soybean soup, one of my favorite at this store. Their doenjang, or the soybean paste, must be really high quality and really well fermented over time. This is also boiled with some anchovies and veggies like zucchini, and is a really nice way to end your meal. A little less heavy than the yukgaejang I showed earlier. Overall, one of my favorite KBBQ restaurants. Highest quality beef, and you can get a taste of the Jeolla province of Korea, although it's going to be a little pricey, so just get ready for that. Our last stop is called Woochampan in the Seoul village of Seoul. This is a really cool area, mostly inhabited by the French. I'd say this place is less traditional than the other two places I introduced, but has been featured in the 2017 and 2018 Michelin Guide Seoul. They are known for dry aging their meat in this traditional Korean salt with high mineral quality for 15 days. Their specialties are the tenderloin and the ribeye, both highest quality grade of Korean beef. They also chose to use the iron grill, which will provide a lot of intense heat and conducts heat well. Some classic side dish. Their side dish were, I think, pretty standard. It was fresh. Their scallion salad is really good. They also serve some cabbage and potatoes that we can grill on the grill itself because there's no holes. There's a huge block of beef fat that's gonna help coat the grill. So we got the tenderloin, again, amazing marbling and solid thickness. Also served with some asparagus and some garlic. As tenderloin, it was intensely soft, but because of its thickness, it gave me a good texture. And the fermentation with the salt brought out a very rich taste. This is their kaktogi fried rice. This is essentially your kimchi fried rice, except using a type of radish kimchi called kaktogi, which has a unique sweetness and freshness because of its radish. So they can only make this because we're on a flat iron grill with all the beef fat. And so you grill the kaktogi with all the juice, boil it a little bit, and then add some fresh rice. This is another really satisfying delicacy after your meat. They intentionally burn just the bottom layer just to get that crust. Yeah, there's no way this is not going to be tasty, and I could probably eat about a half of this. It can be a little spicy, but again, this is something you can only have after a nice iron skillet grilled beef. Their tenderloin was 48,000 won per share, which is about $33, which I think is honestly not bad. They might be a little less touristy, located in that little small village of Seoul, but it's definitely attractive with its iron skillet and the tenderloin and the salt fermentation. So those were the 3 top Korean beef barbecue restaurants in Seoul. They were in different parts of Seoul and had different style of grill, serving different cuts with different types of side dish or second meals. I think Korean barbecue is really a very interesting way to enjoy your beef, and you should really make sure you go to a good restaurant to make sure you get a good quality Korean beef. And I can assure you their quality for all of these 3 spots. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe and like, and I'll see you next time.